The video we're going to watch today is solving equations. The first thing we need to talk about is some definitions. A term is a number, variable, or the product or quotient of a number and a variable. We know terms, we've used them before. Terms are, for example, the number 12, the variable x, the product of 2w, or the quotient of c over 3. All four of these represent different terms. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction signs. So if we look at this expression on the screen, we notice that there are several addition and subtraction signs. We have them here, 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 and here. So the terms in this expression are separated by those. How many terms do you see in this expression? If you thought 5, you are correct. We also need to talk about constants. A constant is a term that is a number, usually a whole number. And a term, for example, would be the 3 in this expression here, 2x plus 3. The 3 is the term that is just a single number without a variable attached. Another definition would be a coefficient, and this is the number value that sits in front of a variable within a term. For example, the 2 here in 2x is the coefficient, or here with 5p, the 5 would be the coefficient. Looking at this equation, try and determine which of the numbers are constants and which of the numbers are coefficients. The coefficients in this equation would be the numbers that sit in front of the variables. So you want to look for an x or a y. The coefficients in this equation would be 3 and -6. What would the constants be in this equation? Well, there are two numbers in this equation that do not have variables. Those would be your constants, and it would be 18 and 0. So let's get into solving one-step equations and the process of doing so. The first thing we need to determine is, what does it mean? When you're solving a one-step equation, it means you have to perform one mathematical operation to solve it or find the value of the variable. You add, subtract, multiply, or divide to solve a one-step equation. Now, to undo an operation, you use the opposite operation. So when we're solving one-step equations and we need to undo the operation that's already there, if it is an addition equation, we use subtraction. If it is subtraction, we use addition. If it is multiplication, we use division. And if it is division, we use multiplication. So let's try an example. M plus 7 equals 21. This is an addition equation. So to get rid of the 7 and get m by itself, we need to subtract 7 from both sides of the equation to undo the addition. So to do that, we subtract 7 from both sides, and our answer is m equals 14. Positive 7 minus 7 gives us 0, which cancels these out. And on the right side, we get 21 minus 7, which equals 14. And we're going to do each of these examples pretty much the same way. We're just going to look at an example of each one. So we just did addition. Here is a subtraction example. G minus 6 equals 40. And think about, how would we undo the subtraction in this problem to get G by itself? Well, we would need to get rid of the 6 by adding 6 to both sides of the equation. When we do that, G is again by itself on the left, and 40 plus 6 gives us g equals 46. Now let's try a multiplication problem. 8 times n equals 32. Well, to undo multiplication, we would use division. So we're going to get rid of the 8 by dividing both sides of the equation by 8. Again, we're undoing the multiplication by doing the opposite, which is division. So we're going to take both sides and we are going to divide them by 8. 8 divided by 8 gives us 1, and 32 divided by 8 gives us 4. So our answer is n equals 4. Last example we have is going to be a division example. And this one is k divided by 9 equals 11. So how do we undo division? We multiply. We're trying to get k by itself, so we need to multiply both sides of the equation by 9, undoing the division by doing the opposite, which is multiplying. So k divided by 9 equals 11. We are going to multiply both sides by 9, and our answer is going to be k equals 99. Now, the practice examples below you will complete on your own. Make sure that you show all of your steps.